Hello. All right. Time to talk about Blink Twice, a movie it was probably my most anticipated movie of August. I don't think there was anything else in August. I mean, I was looking forward to Alien. Don't get me wrong, but oh my god, I'm tired. There was something about this movie that I was just like, I'm really interested in that. I think like the trailers have been cool, like visually. I love the cast. I mean, first of all, Zoe Kravitz, fucking love Zoe Kravitz. You tell me that she's doing her own directorial debut. The trailers look like a good mix of dark comedy, psychological thriller, and mystery suspense film. I was like, that seems really cool. You got Channing Tatum, you got Naomi Ackie, you got Adria Arjona, who's just been in like a lot recently, and she just had Hitman, was her probably most recent one that she was really good in. Simon Rex, my goat, Red Rocket, one of my all-time favorite movies, and I fucking love Scary Movie 3, so you know, Simon Rex is my go. Haley Joel Osment, Christian Slater, Gina Davis. There's just so many fucking people in this movie. It's a stacked cast. So when it came down to it, I was like, okay, I know a bit from the trailers. I think the trailers, they don't give away too much, but they give you like a very decent chunk of the premise and what it's about. And from what I can mostly tell, I was like, all right, it's going to be about these two more like poor girls living the dream fantasy of like, oh, this fucking tech billionaire who's hot as hell because it's played by Channing Tatum wants to take us to his private island. So you're like, okay, it's a private island film. Your immediate thought probably from the trailer is like Jeffrey fucking Epstein in that subject matter in that way. And you'd be kind of right to think that. Oh my god, why am I so tired? But I found this movie just to be fucking great. As much as I'm tired right now, it's because it's 1 a.m. I found they just opened all the Alamo Draft Houses back in Dallas like a few weeks ago. So I was like, I can't wait to go. I love Alamo Draft House. And my first time back, quiet audience, great sound system, very comfortable. The food is delicious. If I'm reviewing Alamo Draft House, fuck yeah, that too. I could say the same thing about the movie. The fucking film looks gorgeous. It's extremely well acted. Zoe Kravitz directs the shit out of it. She proves that this is not just like a faulty directorial debut where you're like, all right, well, it's like her first film and there's a lot of good here, but it's not great. Like, no, this is like a fantastic debut. It's not maybe to the extent, and I don't think it's going to be as huge as this film that I'm mentioning, but a lot like Jordan Peele with Get Out, where you're just like, really, Jordan Peele doing like a horror film? I was like, I don't know what it's going to be. And then everyone went to see it, and it was like the biggest fucking like, that was like the talk of the town. I swear to God, man. 2017, that's all everyone fucking talked about was Jordan Peele's Get Out. It came out in like early February and managed to get to the fucking Oscars at the end of the year. And I don't know how this is going to do at the box office. I've heard it's going to do kind of in the middle. But hopefully like word of mouth gets out, because this is a very personal movie, I'm sure, to Zoe Kravitz. And it's pretty fucking dark. I was curious, and I'm not going to spoil anything in this movie, but I should say that before you even go into the movie, online they've been putting around trigger warnings. Like, they've been warning people like, hey, this movie has some stuff in it that's pretty dark and pretty disturbing and could feel really personal. So if it hurts you or feels too personal to you, you can like contact, or they have like a website called blinktwiceresources.com. They put it in the, like, before the movie started, before the logo comes on for Amazon, MGM comes up, it literally like gives you like, we are so happy this movie's finally out and happy everyone's going to see Blink Twice and the audiences are coming out. We should give a trigger warning. Like, it gives you this thing on the wall. So I'm assuming like, if no matter where you go see this movie, you're going to get that plugged right before the movie. So it is kind of important to note that that is part of the film. And I won't say what the trigger warning says, nor will I say anything about the film, just letting you know that it has something of implications in the film, that they have to put that there. Which I think it's smart. It's smart because some people might not know 100% what they're getting into. The trailer like does not fully tell you where it goes. It's not a happy mystery film. It's not like Knives Out where you're like, yes, something fucked up happened, but I'm so giddy to see where this goes. You're more like, as it's revealed, you're like, this shit is intense. Oh my God. And you kind of have an idea. Like, I kind of knew, I didn't read about it online or know anything about it. I just was kind of 99% certain where it was going. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is what I'm about to see. And I was right for the most part. Although the way it's executed and the twist that it takes and how it's all done, through this really good corresponding message I thought was fucking fantastic. It has a very powerful message about power, sense of control, forgetting trauma. Like, should you choose to forget trauma? Is it better to forget? Is that like a special thing to have forgotten something awful that's happened to you? It's genuinely about control and then trauma, and just like in those two subject matter. God, it's so hard to fucking say without exactly telling you how they message it in the movie, because I don't want to ruin that for people. But it is essentially about those two things: power and control, and the power to forget something. If you've been traumatized or have been ever in pain or experienced something so scary and so fucking terrible in your life, it's like, is it better to forget and just not have to worry about that shit anymore? Or is it what makes you, something to stand up for? Is having that trauma a part of you, and it's important to remember, because otherwise you're just throwing it all away. That it necessarily a horrible experience that maybe you should have never went through or wanted to go through, but it's who makes you. And there's also a great thing about success is revenge kind of plot line, which I think is really cool. It takes a lot of plot elements and stylistic things from different movies. Like, it's got Get Out in there, it's got Promising Young Woman, it's got Stepford Wives, which I've seen one review say that this is just better Don't Worry Darling. Great fucking observation. This is just Don't Worry Darling if it was like genuinely great, because Don't Worry Darling is kind of fucking ass. Sorry, Olivia Wilde. I love Booksmart, one of my favorite movies, but you didn't. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. Yeah, this is a fantastic debut. I loved all the characters. I thought they were all very unique and witty. There is, under this extremely dark and fucked up layer, because this movie is fucked up, there is this like really smart wit and creativity to everything that's going on. There's like a lot of funny like background humor that it might not seem funny in the moment because what's going on is so fucked up, but it's clearly intended with a little bit of humor and lightness to it in such a dark and fucked up scenario. It's a dark comedy. It's essentially meant to make you laugh in parts that are actually so fucked up and disturbing. But when it gets to the nitty gritty, it doesn't shy away. It's fucking sad and disgusting, but also where it leads to badass and awesome. A lot of people would say that about Promising Young Woman, and I think this fits into that category really fucking well. I think that the third act can get a little messy, a little choppy. It is giving you like so much at once that not every moment can like fully feel 100% juicy and satisfying as you want it to, but Zoe Kravitz puts so much energy into this direction, and the look of the film, the sound design, it's almost hypnotic on every single level, that you feel like the lead character in the movie, and following in her footsteps, you are so intrigued by where it could go. And there's also, it's just quite entertaining, and it moves by really fast. I think it's a very unique experience and a very unique film, despite its thematical elements and stuff that it is doing is similar to other movies. We've seen similar movies like this before. I think Kravitz's execution and the way she handles that message is what makes it special. It doesn't feel like something I've seen before, even though I've seen a lot like it before, if that makes sense. I would go like of a 9 out of 10. I genuinely fucking love this film. I was like, holy shit. It's probably in my favorites this year right now. Like, it would be in my top 10 somewhere, and I'm definitely gonna have to put that on my list for where it is, because I really enjoyed this. I didn't know, as much as I was really anticipating it, I just wasn't sure if it would actually pan out as good as I had. And the reviews have come out, and they're damn good. Like, it has a 70 on Metacritic or something like that. I think it's at like a 79, 80%, around that range on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's like really damn positive. Well, that doesn't always mean I'm gonna love it. It doesn't guarantee like I'm expecting this much. I wasn't like certain of this out of it, especially because some of the people I follow on Letterboxd and critics that I trust are like, they're saying it's like good or like pretty good. So I was shocked how much I loved it. I thought this was actually just amazing, and I think this is a very strong directorial debut that people are going to look at. And if people don't go see it in theaters now, I think this could be a big cult hit on streaming. I think people will really go to check it out at a certain point, because there is such a great underlying theme and message here that I think it's definitely a movie for women. Women will get talking about it and really fuck with it, and I think that's a great thing, because it's a deserving movie, and deservingly so, the praise that it is getting. I hope it is successful in theaters. I really do. I don't know what the budget is. I think it's like 20 to 30 million, something I read like that before online. So hopefully it can do well. I would like to see it do well. It'd be fun. It'd be great if it did better than The Crow. Even though The Crow is like the big mainstream movie this weekend, it'd be cool to see like this do well. If a fucking movie like It Ends With Us, that disgusting, stupid bullshit that I'm not even gonna go see, can make like 100 million in like 2 weeks, then you guys can go see a genuinely good, thought-provoking movie with a very interesting direction. And guess what? From what I at least can tell, no on-set controversy of stupid shit happening. So, you know, there's that at least. So I would say please go check this out. 9 out of 10. Tomorrow I'm seeing The Crow, and later in the week I hope to go see Dee Dee. I want to see Sing Sing. I want to see Strange Darling a lot. There's a lot of films this week that have gotten like their limited releases expanded, and or just in general first coming out. So I'm already falling behind on movies, so I gotta really like do my work this weekend and catch up because there's some good shit coming out. But yeah, I thought this was great. Please go check it out, despite how tired I am and how I might sound yawning all the fucking time. Ignore it. I am just genuinely, it is really late. But this movie's fucking great. Also, shout out Alamo Drafthouse. If you have an Alamo Drafthouse near you, go to them. They are the best theater. I swear to God, I have never been to an Alamo Drafthouse where the crowd talks. I've never been to an Alamo Drafthouse where like the projection sucks or the sound is off. I have all these, every time I go to AMC, there is an issue. It's like either with a concession stand or the fucking crowd is talking or everyone's on their phone. Those are like basic normie crowds. And I like going to the theater because I have an AMC A-list, but if Alamo Drafthouse wasn't a fucking 45-minute drive on average for me, I'd be going there every fucking like other day for movies. Like seriously, just because they have a pass that's unlimited. I just gotta shout them out because fucking hell. Yeah. Shout out Alamo Drafthouse and shout out Zoe Kravitz. You're the fucking GOAT. Please direct more movies. I will be there for whatever you direct for sure now, and I will be a strong supporter of it. 100%. I can't wait to get this on Blu-ray. I should say that too. And if it gets a 4K, which I don't know if it will, and knowing Amazon MGM, fucking assholes, we didn't even get Bottoms on Blu-ray. Kino is going to apparently release that. Pray to God this at least gets a physical release. I will get it if you release it, guys. I think other people who love the film would love to get it too. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll see y'all for a review of The Crow in probably 2 days, because I'm seeing it tomorrow night, and I won't review it that night because I got to be in bed early, but I'll review it the next day. So stay tuned for reviews of The Crow, and hopefully reviews of Strange Darling, Sing Sing, and Dee Dee if I have the chance to see those like I want to. That is it. Bye.